Hi. I didn't seem to start filming for a minute. Okay, so I am back home again, and let me think. It's November the 6th today, and I had my surgery on October 31st. So I'm 6 days out from surgery, and I just want to talk about Dr. Alvarez for a minute. Everybody's always saying, he's a wonderful guy and a great doctor and great humanitarian and all that kind of stuff. But you always wonder about these things. I was drawn to his website because he has such a great website, and it gives you so much information, and it seems so transparent. I just felt like the more I knew, more I could find out about it, the more comfortable I was. And he gave the most information of anybody, so I felt good about him because of that. And it seemed like he was passionate about what he does. But you just never know. And you do wonder in your mind. And then you get down there and it's all so organized. There was a time at one point where I just thought, we're all just kind of pieces of meat. And is he just in it for the money? And, you only meet him for, the day of your surgery and the day after your surgery, and then you see him, when you leave. But that's really it. And so, it's just like you're part of a whole big money-making scheme and all this. Anyway, so while I was down there, I should back up for a minute. Some years ago, I developed this little sort of nodule on my stomach, just above my belly button. Under the skin, and I thought it was maybe it was a hernia, or maybe it was a sort of just a fatty globule or something. You get those kind of things when you get older, and I'm 58, so hey. But I didn't do anything about it. It didn't seem to be a problem, so I just ignored it, really. And anyway, so I didn't mention it to Dr. Alvarez, or anything. I just went into surgery. So when I went into surgery, when he has to decide where he's going to make the incisions, and he saw that, and so he made the incision close to that little lump, so that he could check it out. And he checked it out and saw that it was something that was nothing to be afraid of, and he removed it for me, which is brilliant. I don't think an American doctor would do that without sending you back for extra surgery. He also found a nodule on my liver, and so he took a biopsy of that and sent that in, and I just got the result from that yesterday, and it is benign, so all is good. And I'm sure an American doctor probably would have done that as well. I don't think they would have gone in to do it again. But I was just really impressed by the fact that he went over and above what he had to do. So I am my stomach is perhaps a little bit more tender than some people's might be. Of the 5 incisions, the one above my belly button, which is where they also the one they use to remove the excess stomach when they do the surgery, and also is where they obviously scraped off the fatty globule or whatever it was. That's pretty tender to the touch. And a bit swollen there, and then the one that's sort of over under my left rib cage, that's also pretty tender right there. The other ones, can't even feel them. And they're healing up really well. The 2 that are sore are the one above my belly button is black and blue and yellow, and it looks pretty awful. But I know that's just because that's where all the work happened. And the other one is just a little bit inflamed because I think that's where they put the camera in or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not worried about it. It's all fine. It's getting better. So then the other thing I want to say, as part of that whole "are we just pieces of meat" thing, is that while we were in the hospital, my husband was out in the hall, and he ran into this local Mexican man who was also in the hall. His son was in hospital for some other thing, nothing to do with Dr. Alvarez. He was in a different room that belongs to a different doctor. And but they got chatting, and the man asked Jerry how much does it cost to have this surgery in America, and the current price in America to have it done in Portland, Oregon, anyway, is $35,000. And so Jerry told him that, and he said, "And how much does Dr. Alvarez charge you?" And Jerry said, "Well, he charges $8,750, includes the hotels." And the man said, "Well, when he does it for us locals, he does it for $2,500. And so I thought that was brilliant. I mean, it really shows that he cares. I find it kind of moving. He really cares about the people that he's doing it for. And you can tell that when you talk to him. I mean, he really does. He's a very caring person. So, so if you are trying to choose between doctors, you have Dr. Alvarez, who is very caring, humanitarian type person, very organized, has all the information you could possibly want, gives you his BlackBerry email address so that you can contact him right now if you have any questions. His patient coordinator, Susan, is wonderful, and she has actually gone through the process herself, so she really knows what she's talking about if you have any concerns or questions, and she gets back to you in like no time flat, 7 days a week. She's amazing. I mean, I can't say enough good stuff. The hospital's kind of old. If you're going down there expecting to get an American-style hospital, you're not going to get that. But it's adequate, and you're only there for 2 days, and it's clean, and the surgery's clean. That's the main part. It's clean. It's just old. So I would definitely recommend him over anybody else, just because he's so good, and there are so many good features to it, and he's done so many of them. My goodness. So anyway, that's all. I will talk to you later. It's not quite all. Let's see. When I started this game, I was 380 pounds. After I did the liquid diet, pre-op diet, I got down to, when I went into surgery, when I got weighed at Dr. Alvarez's, I was 351. That was the day of my surgery. And this morning, and after surgery, I actually put on a little bit. I mean, I think it's because of all the saline solution that they wash your stomach out with, and it takes a while for your body to kind of settle down afterwards. And so I was actually up a couple of pounds when I came back to Portland. But now I am down to, it's only 148. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's a good start. And here we go. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.